Welcome to the newest podcast episode of Boppy and Juice. I'm your host today, Boppy.
And I'm Juice.
And we're Boppy and Juice.
Yep.
Cool. So today's episode, I'm just going to throw it out there right now, Juice. I prepared this much.
Really?
I'm holding up my hand and finger to make a 0. I am not prepared at all, but that's okay. You know why?
I guess so, yeah.
Because I'm great on the fly.
Yeah, that is true. He is always good at improvising. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, so let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it last night, but we're going to talk about today. This is basically the topic. I mean, you already know what it is, but this is the topic.
Yeah.
Will anime go mainstream?
If it's not there already, I think it definitely will.
Now, the question is, I'm talking like mainstream. I'm talking like freaking you see it on like TV, them talking about anime. It's like it's like on, you know,
I think we're
everywhere.
We're pretty close. I think we're maybe a year away because I was going to share this for later, but I think this is the example A.
Okay, this is actually a really good point. I didn't really think about this.
Yeah, I think this right here, in case you're in audio only, this what I'm holding in my hand is the Pokemon Happy Meal box.
25th anniversary
that McDonald's brought out. And I know and it's been up in the news a lot lately.
Yes.
So I think at least Pokemon, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Is there.
Yeah.
It is mainstream.
Well, and even partnering. Well, first of all, McDonald's, which was a great idea.
Yeah.
They're partnering with huge artists like Katy Perry and Post Malone. I mean, these guys are going out there for the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. And that's definitely something that will help push everything into the mainstream. But yeah, man, I mean, but I'm talking anime, you know? Like Pokemon has always been huge. It's literally
that's true.
It's literally the top selling, you know, just everything of all things ever.
Yeah, I think it's the largest media franchise in history.
Literally the biggest. Right behind Hello Kitty, right?
No,
well, not right behind.
Hello Kitty's behind it.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't say that correctly.
Yeah. Pokemon as a franchise has collectively made about $95 billion.
Mother of pearl, dude.
So that's video games, merchandise.
Which and the funny thing is, if you don't know, if you know, it's not news to you. But the video games themselves are like, I think
they don't make up that big of a
portion. It's like less than 25% of the actual income.
Yeah,
like of the actual revenue that Pokemon gets as a whole. The video games themselves are like less than 25%, and so I from the numbers I've seen. You know, recently, I can't talk about like yesterday or something, but from looking at it, you know, a couple weeks ago or something like that, that's where it was kind of standing at. Maybe, hopefully, don't quote me on this. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's there, but anyways, so yeah, I mean, you're right. I didn't even really think about that, but Pokemon itself, I mean, the anime is huge on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's huge. You know, especially with the Pokemon Journeys. Pokemon Journeys is really well done. It's a really fun show, and they introduced a really good new main cast character, Go. His name is Go.
Oh.
And it's kind of cool because, you know, the original Pokemon back in the day, the motto, the slogan was "Gotta catch 'em all."
Yeah.
But we got to a point with so many generations in, and so many games in, and so many new systems in, that became impossible.
Yeah. So I do have a question, and this is because I haven't played a real Pokemon game in like maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer. So when you go to a new generation,
yes.
So do you only get the Pokemon from that that new game, or is it that you only get the whole you get everything from the previous gen as well?
Yes, that's actually a really good question.
It's been a long time since I played.
Yeah, so I'm gonna answer this as quickly as possible because this in of itself could be its own podcast. That question.
Okay.
Because basically, just so you know, to answer your question super quickly, no.
No.
It's not the only Pokemon that are introduced into that new gen. There's always Pokemon from last generations that are available as well on top of the new ones.
Okay.
The only game that when the new generation came out and the Pokemon that you could find in the wild were literally only Pokemon from that generation. The only game that until the post game was Pokemon Black and White. So with the 5th gen. But again, later on you couldn't find a freaking Pikachu in the wild until post game, later. And so that was the only game that did that. But now the issue is with the new games, which everyone got super pissed about, is that they don't even have all the Pokemon available in the new games. They only have about less than half of the roster of Pokemon are actually in the new game. And so there's about 450 or so like that. I think with the DLC, they added a couple hundred more, but still all of the Pokemon are not available.
So in Sword or Shield, whichever one that you pick,
you can't get them all.
So you can't catch them all.
No, you can't. You
can't catch them all.
Exactly.
Even though, because I'm let's say in Pokemon Go, which I do play avidly.
Yes, you do.
There, you're just waiting for them to actually release it in the game.
You're waiting for the new gen to come out.
Or you have to hatch it, or you have to do a raid.
Right.
Like today they were doing the Kanto tour, and and I got to play a Mewtwo raid with a bunch of other people.
Awesome.
We beat the raid, but I
could not catch him.
I could not catch Mewtwo.
Dude, you need a Master Ball. That's why.
Dude, I was using Ultra Balls and using the fancy orange berry.
Dude,
can't remember what it's called.
The raspberry, the golden raspberry.
Yeah, golden raspberry. So that one really pissed me off because I was like, all my friends got the Mewtwo.
Oh, except for you.
Except for me,
bro. That sucks.
I was like, what the?
I'm sorry, dude.
Sorry.
Bleep
guys.
that out. What time?
I will.
How much in?
About 7 minutes.
Okay, we'll remember that.
Yeah, but I was super mad about that. It's just like, what the freak? Just getting the Ultra Ball. I'm using the golden red. Oh wait, I can't. You can't use. My mistake. You can't use Ultra Balls when you do after.
Right, you have to use the Premier Balls.
Yeah,
right?
The Premier. So my bad. That I just caught myself in that one.
Well, at least you caught yourself because then someone would have been like,
yeah, that's true.
You can't use Ultra Balls, man. But to answer that's to answer your question. But to go back to my main point.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Journeys is actually really, really cool because what they did was kind of divide, because Pokemon kind of let go of that slogan a long time ago. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
They let go of that 100%. But with the introduction of Pokemon Go, they've kind of been trying to bring that back a little bit from what I've seen. And in Pokemon Journeys, it's really cool because Ash Ketchum, which is our main boy as of literally more than 20 years ago, his goal is to become a Pokemon Master, which has not changed. But the other protagonist is Go, and his goal is to catch them all.
Oh.
And so he's the one focusing in on that slogan. So you've got kind of like both fan bases being, provided for. And so Ash is worried about getting cool Pokemon and strong Pokemon and being, the best of the best of the best by beating the strongest trainers ever. And then Go wants to catch them all. And so that's kind of a cool, little separation there, but really good, two good protagonists that really kind of complement and cater to all the audience of Pokemon,
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. And it's well animated. It's really well done. Great music as well. It's a really good program. But that's one, I think you're right. I think in terms of trying to get anime into the mainstream, I think we're on our way there. I don't know if it would be in the next year, because what I'm trying to say, my question is really to be part of like normal conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like people are talking about the freaking Bachelor, which sucks. But then somebody else is talking about, dude, have you seen Attack on Titan? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how much you go on like Twitter and whatnot, but
not much.
Almost every week on Sunday, Attack on Titan's trending.
Well, that's good. And Attack on Titan specifically,
especially after like some of the insane stuff that happened, with, like when they were on their blimp. Like, I won't go into too many details in case you haven't watched it. But that's what I mean, though. It's like, this.
Go watch our review snack of that episode, by the way. It's like 10 seconds long. You can afford to do it.
Yeah, it's on the.
It's on TikTok and on this freaking YouTube channel, bro.
Yeah, I know. It came out a couple weeks ago. But that's what I mean, though. It's like, it's starting to get there.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I think you're right.
And it is going to be slow because there's still a lot of stigma against it because of how many incels we do have as our main base.
Right. Yeah, and you know what? And it's funny because honestly, maybe I just haven't really been noticing or paying attention to it. But Attack on Titan is trending. A whole bunch of other anime becomes trending too. I feel like a really popular one today is Jujutsu Kaisen, for example.
Oh yeah.
Like Jujutsu Kaisen is crazy popular right now, and and just a lot of stuff that's really been pushing the envelope forward to making it become mainstream. Because if we're talking about what it used to be like, bro, when I was in high school, if you watched anime, you were a huge nerd, a weirdo, a loser, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like all of it. And it's funny because me and my buddies, and I'm not saying we were the most popular kids ever, but my buddies more than I was, but they were part of the cool kids, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
But like, and not all of them watched anime, only like us, but, we never mentioned it to anyone. Like, it was just between us sort of thing. It was bro, we gotta watch that new One Piece, we gotta watch that new Naruto, we got a new Bleach, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then here and there was other anime that would come out that were pretty good that we'd get into and stuff like that. But it was not cool to like anime.
No. Like even in my high school, we were really nerdy, okay, guys? Like I graduated with kids who went to Stanford and MIT and Brown.
Damn, son.
Like that's how good my graduating class was. And there was only 100 of us, okay?
Wow.
So we were super nerdy. We were like, we didn't have a football team. We had a robotics club. That was our football team. That's how nerdy we were.
Dang,
and
bro.
The only anime I ever heard anybody actually talk about was Attack on Titan.
Dude, okay, that was my next thing I was going to talk about.
That is literally the only one. And that was like my senior year of high school.
Right. So listen, when I was serving my LDS 2-year mission in Canada, Toronto, at this time, anime was like a shunned topic. And one of my companions, one of the guys I was with at the time, literally started talking about anime, and he would not stop talking about Attack on Titan and SOA, Sword Art Online. And at the time, because I was on my mission, I never knew about those shows at all. I was like, what the heck are you talking about? Attack on Titan, what the hell is that? And he's like, dude, it's such a cool freaking show. But then slowly after that, I started to realize that, dude, a lot more people are talking about anime. Yeah. Like a lot more people.
Yeah.
Like a crazy amount of people that it was never a thing before. And now people are talking, mostly Attack on Titan is what I think really started to push the envelope to get it into the mainstream, or at least a more conversed topic.
Yeah, like for sure. I think like one of the big ones, like even in my mission, we had this he was a little bit nerdier too, guy from my mission. He was from Washington. And what he told us, one of the families found out that he liked Attack on Titan, and they actually gave him a Survey Corps shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
Like had the feathers on the back and everything, like the emblem. Oh, that's cool. I was like, dang, I was kind of jealous about him. I don't know if you'd ever watched this podcast, but I gotta admit, that was a pretty cool shirt.
Dude, that is super cool, bro.
Yeah, it's like,
respect.
So that's why I was like, dang, yeah, like even the families in my own mission over in DC were like, into that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we should say though, we served our missions quite a bit
Spanish
apart.
speaking.
Quite a bit apart
Yeah,
as well,
you were.
though.
You were.
I started in 2012.
I started in 14, so this happened in 15.
Yeah, so those are, enough time to
Yeah.
be able to separate, me being kind of more of an old gen anime
Yeah,
person, and then, anyways.
Yeah, and then
but
for me, I don't. Yeah, like I told people in the past, like I didn't really start like actually getting into anime until like I was in college.
nice. There you
And
go.
then I started off with like watching like Sinbad,
Oh
Maki
yeah,
spin-off,
love
and
that show, dude.
Hunter x Hunter of all things.
Uh-huh.
Hunter x Hunter. I'm not gonna lie, that was rough for the first 20 episodes.
Dude, I still can't get. I need to watch it someday, but I just can't. I just
it's
can't.
good. It's good. It's
I know.
Good.
I need to
It's good.
put myself
It's just
down and do it, and just
like-
watch it.
sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I should just tell you to read the manga just that first part,
Right. I can see that.
just the first part,
Uh-huh.
and then
and then watch
watch
it.
the rest of it since it would be faster.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like,
Dude, I swear I'll watch
it.
it. I'm gonna watch it someday.
on
I'm gonna
Netflix.
finish JoJo's. I'm gonna watch Hunter
Wait,
x
where are
Hunter.
you on JoJo's?
Yeah, not much farther. It
Okay.
was yeah. I
Not much
haven't,
further.
I haven't had time.
Yeah, like I haven't had time to watch barely anything this week either.
Dude, yeah,
Like,
you've been a hard-working
been-
man and
Well,
studying.
we had
and-
some crazy snowstorms here in Utah.
Oh my gosh. And in Texas.
Yeah, Texas also got bombarded.
They got
and
effed.
hard
And it's
side.
funny because the amount of snow they
Yeah.
got was nothing compared to ours, but still.
Yeah, but they're not prepared for it.
They're not
That's the
prepared for
difference.
it
It's
at
like
all.
we're always ready for
There's
snow.
like people without food and water over there, and we're
Yeah.
just sitting here like playing in the snow.
We're like, cool. Like for us, it's like everything is built to endure snow here.
Yeah,
for the most
sure,
part.
for sure. Yeah.
And like one of the things that I was noticing, like, I got up for bed to go to work at 4 a.m, okay? And I was out the door at 5. I got to work at like 6. It usually takes me like half an
Bro.
hour.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
For it takes me a little less than half an hour to get to work, and I was like, it took me more than an hour to get to work.
Yeah, our California peeps are probably like, what the freak are these guys talking about? Only an hour to get to work? It's like,
I know.
yes, I know. We're so spoiled. And
Yeah.
you guys keep coming, so it's like, it's getting even worse.
Right. Yeah. No, I get it. Bigger cities obviously
Yeah.
they take much longer, and not even talking about people that have to take buses and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
dude,
subways. It's the time for travel
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
much higher. So don't. We apologize for sounding like spoiled kids, but anyways,
Yeah.
That's how
For us, it
is.
was just weird, because, it was like traveling 25 miles per hour on the freeway when most people are going 20 over the speed limit.
Right. Yeah. For
Like I have
sure.
trucks passing me because they got the 4-wheel drive. They're fishtailing all over the place. I'm like one guy at work was telling me, he's like, yeah, I usually go about 70. I'm like, dude, are you an idiot? I know you got 4-wheel drive, but that don't mean you got 4-wheel stop.
Yeah, there you go. Doesn't mean
It's like, what the
can't-
freak are you doing?
chill out, bro. Chill.
And sorry to get away from the anime, but yeah, that's why
No, that's
it's
okay.
just been busy.
Dude, that's funny. Dude, that's
It's
hilarious.
just like, what the freak are you doing, bro?
People are insane. Dude.
Like,
that's why Utah has such bad freaking drivers, because guys like this guy, dude. No offense to you, dude, if you're listening.
He
but
probably
at
wouldn't.
the same time, screw you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but it's like, the freak are you doing, bro? Like,
Relax.
I know you
man.
want to get to work, but like, get there
Wake
safely.
up a little earlier, man. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean,
What else can I say?
yeah, it's like, dude, just get. I mean, I got to work at 6 and everything was fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
I got out at a decent hour,
Yeah, there you go. There you go, dude. That's
and
what
then
matters.
and then it turns out a lot of people at work just couldn't make it.
Yeah,
I was
that
one of
happened
the
to us
few.
too.
I was one of the few who actually was able to make it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know I
It
could
gets
do that.
crazy. It gets freaking insane. But going back to the topic, bro.
Yeah.
Basically, like you were saying, Attack on Titan definitely helped it get into the mainstream. Before that, anime was Dragon Ball. It was Inuyasha. It was freaking Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm talking. These are all really
Yu
good
Yu
shows.
Hakusho is pretty good.
Bro, such good freaking shows, dude. And that was the genesis of anime over here in freaking the US of A,
Yeah,
brother.
because we
And
started off
that's
with,
when I
like-
started. That's when I started. That's when I was in right there, And slowly I got a little bit more deep into actually watching like Studio Ghibli films eventually and blah, 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 you know. But anyways, but yeah, man, today, if you compare the amount of people that watch anime to today in the United States alone, you know, not talking about like Hispanic countries, you know, and Europe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the amount of fans is insane, has insanely increased, multiplied, you know, it's just insane. And so, yeah, but I still don't think we have gotten to the mainstream. I guess that's my...
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is, what's it going to take? Is it going to take more promotion from like big companies like Pokemon? Is it going to take one specific anime series that will blow everything out of the water that everyone's going to love for sure? Yes or yes? Like what's it going to take, dude? And is it going to get there, bro?
We need a super hype show, I think, to get there.
Is that what it is?
We need another Attack on Titan.
Okay.
We need another One Punch Man season 1.
Oh, that's another one, One Punch Man. That's true.
That was another big one that I saw people really got into when I was out there.
Mm-hmm.
And people were just going crazy about that one.
Dude, yeah, that's true. I totally forgot about that one.
And that's one where I'm like, yeah, I think we're close.
Yeah.
But it's going to need another super hype show done by another super hype studio.
Right.
Like, we're talking like somebody like Mappa or Madhouse.
Dude, Mappa. Oh my
Or even
gosh.
A1 Pictures, I would say.
Dude, I was watching some TikToks of like Mappa.
Yeah.
Dude. So good.
Like Mappa, you know, and they're a big studio. This is why I'm saying, like, people who
because they
like
also do Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
Yeah. They like, I'm telling people, it's like, dude, they're a big company, and they're actually doing like what, like a solid 10 out of 10 work on Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And they're also bringing out Jujutsu Kaisen at the same time,
bro.
They're coming out at the same time. Okay,
it's
guys.
Insane. They've got a lot of work.
Do you know
on
how
their hands.
hard that must have been? Those animators must have been going crazy this last year just to do that.
And let me tell you something. With the recent Attack on Titan episodes, well, the recent ones have been a little slower. And I'm talking like the last 1 or 2 episodes. But before that, it was madness with Eren attacking freaking, you know, Marley, right? Marley.
Or
and
whatever.
Then, or whatever, you know.
I'm not sure.
And then now, bro, in Jujutsu Kaisen? Let me tell you. Like, dude, I'm not going to spoil this last episode for you, but oh my gosh. Okay? Wow. I'm just going to say wow. Okay?
Dang. Okay.
That's all I'm going to say right now,
that's what
bro.
I'm saying, though. It's like, Jujutsu Kaisen's good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't trend.
You're right.
It's not trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay?
Attack on Titan is.
Think about it this way. So, like, yesterday they also had the Crunchyroll Awards, okay?
Oh, yeah,
They do that every year because it's award season, whatever.
Yes, yeah.
Nobody could go because
COVID.
Corona,
right?
Whatever. Okay, so one of the things is that Jujutsu Kaisen won Anime of the Year.
Yes, it did.
But like outside of the anime community, nobody's talking about it. And I get that's what you mean. It's like, hey, this is the best one of the year that critics and fans voted for.
Right.
But nobody outside of our circle is talking about it.
Is really talking about it.
And I get what you mean on that point. It's like, it's like the only things that really get mentioned right now are like Attack on Titan, or like last year when we had Demon Slayer. That was the obvious
Demon Slayer
winner,
was another one that I think helped push the envelope a little bit. But yeah, dude, that's my question. It's like, when is an anime movie going to win? Like, I know your name won an Oscar, was it, or a Grammy or something?
Nope.
Was it your name?
Nope.
Which wasn't there a movie that won something like that recently? I swear.
Oh, it was Mirai got nominated, but that's about it.
Oh, Mirai. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
Mirai
right.
got nominated,
Mirai.
but nobody else got nominated.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. When
Like,
are
your
anime
name-
movies are going to be on that echelon?
Like,
in
it's
our culture, right?
Like, I think you and me were watching, I think Ferdinand
Oh yeah, Ferdinand.
won that
animated movie.
One animated movie of the year for the Oscars.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that.
But
Cool.
that was the same year you had like
But
name.
also, it was in its own category
Yeah.
of animated movies. I'm talking mainstream freaking stuff. I'm talking when they talk about TV shows, and a TV, The Bachelor and this and that.
Well,
that there's also
I think
an anime one involved.
The biggest problem that you end up
Because that's what
having-
happens in Japan, right?
Yeah. So in Japan, they obviously win,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I think this is the problem, is that you have to think that for the Oscars, normal people aren't voting.
Right.
That's
right,
one
right.
thing.
And it's all
It's all Hollywood,
It's all pretty
old timer actors, directors, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
who's
now
in,
it's all about
who's the
you know
voting.
we need to get a black director
Yeah,
nominated and a woman
Yeah, but the thing
actor,
is
you
though,
know,
it's
it's like
like
all that
these guys
propaganda
are like
stuff.
old timey. Like when they want a movie to win,
Mm-hmm.
it's like yes, I like this movie because I went to Harvard and
right. Yeah, there's a lot of
I'm
it's not
smarter
genuine.
than the
It's not
rest of you
genuine.
guys. I'm smarter than the regular folks.
Yeah.
So
And I don't even and just to throw it out there, I
Yeah.
don't care if anime gets an Oscar or not, any anime movie or show. I'm just what my point is, which you already know, it's just
Yeah.
I'm just saying when is it going to get to the
I
point
think
where it's
those guys
mainstream
have to
as
leave.
heck.
I think before them winning awards,
Right.
those guys would have to retire or pass away
Yeah.
before anime films do
And you know
get
what?
that kind of
now
recognition.
that you kind of bring that up, I think and where you're going with this too, I
Yeah.
think a shift in the mentality of
Yeah.
the old Hollywood and the new Hollywood, I put in quotations, is the new Hollywood, I think, is YouTube, bro. Is the
Yeah.
internet, is
Yeah.
online. And really, and online specifically, we know for sure that
So, like-
that anime is popping. And so
Yeah.
maybe when the old time like ways of being done like with Hollywood kind of goes away and the big time like companies start accepting more like online stuff, like YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that, like maybe that's when we're going to start seeing more of a spike in like actual,
Okay, like one of
because
the
even the
things
big
is,
news networks, they're all online. They're all on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're all on this and that. They have their own websites, and I'm positive they get more, eyeballs online in the internet than
Like,
they do on TV.
To be fair, I don't really watch cable TV anymore.
It's same. I don't think
the only thing
anyone
I
does.
might need cable for is just because I want to watch an NBA game. Because
okay.
I
There you go.
I'm a big NBA fan or
Right.
something like that, and that's the only reason I turn it on.
Dude, the only time me and my family
Like I don't
sign
even
up,
watch it for the news. I just read articles online from like newspapers or whatever I can get on like my local news like KSL
Yeah.
or whatever it might be.
The only time me and my family actually sign up for some sort of plan for like DirecTV or whatever it is,
Yeah.
like in terms of getting cable, is when the World Cup is happening.
So wait, is that next?
every 4 years.
So every 4 years,
And
yeah.
so it'll be next year as well.
So yeah, that's why I was like, wait, they canceled this
But
year, right?
and that's also if we can't find it somewhere online.
But yeah, that's what I mean though. It's like that's the only time I actually use cable TV.
Exactly. Same
and
here,
even then,
same
let's say like you and me were like to watch our UFC fights, okay?
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
And we just buy them online.
yeah, exactly.
Boxing. It's
dude,
like
the last time we
boxing,
actually
UFC, whatever.
bought one was for the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah, that was
which
like
was fun.
That one was actually really.
That was a lot of fun, bro.
was a lot of
That was a good time.
Watching
Me,
two
you,
old
and
guys
Juan.
fight each other.
Dude, that was a lot of fun.
Oh man, that
That was
yeah.
a good time, dude.
Yeah, we ate way too much that night.
Yeah, dude. Logan Paul fights this weekend
Is it?
with
I thought
Mike
they
Tyson.
delayed it.
Not Mike Tyson. Sorry. Did they delete it?
I thought they delayed it.
Oh, thank God, because I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I
because
know.
literally that's happening. It was supposed
Yeah,
to happen
because apparently
February
not
20th.
enough people bought the
Really?
not enough people bought the pre one,
Oh, okay.
which is actually cheaper than just buying it the day of.
Bro,
turns out.
I'm down to watch that. Him
Yeah.
versus what's Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down
yeah.
to do that because I was kind of sad I wasn't going
that's
to be
what-
able to
this
because
is
we're going to
what we mean, though.
Miami,
It's like-
baby.
But this is what I mean, though. It's like, I think that that old like Hollywood mentality
Mm-hmm.
and that like mainstream media does have to change. Maybe it's
Yeah.
like,
It has to go away.
and they have to think.
That's the thing. It has to go away.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
because
gonna
I think
change.
a lot of I think at least for younger folks, a lot more people are into like anime or
Yeah.
foreign stuff because it.
That's a good point, too.
Because
It's a generational
to some
thing.
extent, I do believe that people are getting bored
Dude,
with
absolutely.
American media.
Well, especially with how much more time they have now with COVID.
Like, do you know
being at home.
like my sisters, like both my sisters, they don't really watch American TV anymore. They're watching like K-dramas or Chinese dramas.
Well, and I will say I don't think it's that popular to like K-dramas and stuff like that. But I do know quite a bit of people that do like, K-dramas and stuff like that. But
that's what I mean, though. It's like...
More than before.
Yeah, it's like I've never heard of anybody actually watching K-dramas beforehand.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Like, that's just new to me. Like, and that's like maybe in the last 4 years, I would say.
Yeah.
Where I've seen that actually pop up.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I'm just like, yeah, it's like people are just starting to get bored because, the whole Hollywood machine, I feel...
Well, it's just gotten so political too.
Yeah.
I think and these these other countries are actually putting out good.
They just want to push out a story. They're not focusing on any sort of agenda.
Yeah, exactly. They're focusing on a good story.
Like even I was watching a Chinese drama. I think it was like King's Avatar, which is also a Chinese anime type dealio.
Oh, cool.
It's about a guy who's like an esports gamer.
Oh, cool.
So it was pretty fun, It's like I haven't finished it, but it's like it's been good so far. And I'm like, it's not trying to push any sort of like Chinese communist agenda or anything like that.
Yeah.
At least from what I could tell. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I mean, though. It's like, yeah, it feels like I'm just watching a normal TV show. There's no behind the scenes thing going on.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right. Bringing up esports is another thing that I was kind of thinking about because literally at first when esports was a thing, it was becoming a thing, all the mainstream media were making fun of it.
Yeah.
But then freaking huge like athletes, like super professional athletes started making their own teams.
Yeah.
In esports and started to buy, into it and everything.
Like,
and now esports is the most watched sport in like...
Really?
Well, I don't know if it's the most watched sport in the world, but it gets more views.
I thought it'd be soccer still.
It might be soccer because let's be honest, soccer is worldwide and it's the best sport in the world.
Or football for foreign friends.
But esports became more watched than like the Super Bowl, for example, and the NBA. Like it gets more viewership than all of that.
I've never seen an esports event. I think they're pretty
Me
cool.
neither.
It looks fun. It looks like a lot of fun.
It looks like a lot of fun. And I'm talking. These numbers were coming in a couple years ago.
Like
and so
I think
now
one of the things that helps it.
More.
I think one of the things that helps it is that a lot of those esports titles actually don't have a very high requirements for the computer system you would need.
Oh, interesting.
So you don't need like a $3,000 PC in order to be able to run an esports game.
I do know that. I know that a lot of the American teams or the teams that are outside of like Japan and things like that, they always complain about like their ping not being as high as like and so that's
that
why
has to do with the whole. So this is getting on more technical side, and
I don't really understand it.
I'm not the best at it, but this is the best way I could explain it. So, you know how your TV has like a refresh rate?
Yes.
To where it gets a new image every, so many times a second.
Right.
And they usually measure that in hertz.
Right.
Or something like that. So, remember that your games are also running at a certain frequency, okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And usually the higher the better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because it makes the motion look more natural, more
natural,
real.
better. Yeah.
So,
quality.
Usually for those esports guys, if they're running a game at like 60 FPS, that's actually not fast enough for them.
Which is crazy.
Because, and some guys online were testing this out. Does a refresh rate actually matter? Turns out it does, especially for those kinds of titles where it's fast motion.
Right.
And where you have to actually,
and that's why countries
get the information on your screen as fast
Korea
as
and
possible.
Japan, which have higher, all that is basically higher.
Yeah.
That's why that's why other countries kind of like they use that as their fallback in terms of complaining why they always win tournaments because they have much higher ping or hertz or whatever you want to call it, and so they can practice at much higher quality. Yeah. Instead of here where it's like much.
Yeah, then we're
more expensive
and
harder to
expensive.
Get, stuff like that.
I think like to get a really, really high-end display where you're like 1440p, which is like 2K.
Damn.
And I mean 2K the resolution.
Right.
And running at like 100 and maybe let's say 144 hertz, 140 hertz or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good baseline for those kinds of games.
Right.
Even though they would probably prefer something more in like the 200-300 range.
Yeah.
Which, maybe people can't tell a huge difference, but it turns out it does actually make a difference for those kinds of games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially when you need the controls to match what you are wanting it to do.
Yeah, and you want it to I think they're starting to get the ping down to like 1 millisecond. Because there's like a delay between what your computer's putting out and what you're seeing on the screen.
Right.
And I think it's about down to about 1 millisecond.
Yeah.
I want to say it could be worse or better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not the expert on this. If
Right.
you want to watch or see experts on this, I'd suggest go into like LTT or another channel that focuses on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're out there. There. But getting back to the topic, my friend.
And like I said, though, it's like I think like those, at least in North America, or at least specifically, we're talking like United States and Canada,
right?
Because I feel like in Mexico and other places, like anime is huge.
Yeah, it's much bigger.
It's much bigger, and they have bigger fan bases.
Even like the voice acting is.
Yes, it's actually superb.
It's really well done.
Like I watched.
Really well done.
I think,
and we know
you,
because we're Latinos. We speak.
Yeah,
Spanish.
we're like, oh, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
Like I watched the silent voice in Spanish. I was like, dang it, it's actually really good.
Dude, it's super well done. There's a lot of shows that are surprisingly like really, really well done in Spanish. But not just that though. But like basically the moment that the Japanese original audio voice episodes come out, it's like not too much later that the Spanish ones come out too.
Yeah.
And here in the United States, we have to wait a long time to get, translated, things like Dragon Ball Super, for example, took way longer to get the English dub. Than
that's true.
Compared to,
the Spanish speaking one, it was fast.
Yeah.
And those actors are good too.
Yeah. That's just how it is.
Like, I don't know why, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's just a bias or something like that. But it's like...
maybe it's just because it's more part of the actual culture.
And
maybe.
I feel like...
Because look, I go online and I honestly, I feel like the majority of people that like anime are Latinos and the blacks.
Black people.
Black people.
Yeah, black people.
Like black people and Latinos are those are the people that mostly like, from what I'm seeing, that are obsessed with anime.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. And, at least to the extent of the Asian people that I've talked to.
Yeah, right.
Them as well. And I'm not just talking like Japanese. I mean like Vietnamese people, like Thai people that I've met. They love their anime. They're watching Blue Exorcist on their big 70-inch flat screen TV.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'm down.
But dude, that's the thing. I know a bunch of Asians that don't like anime. I actually know Asians. I got buddies that are Asian that are not into anime that much.
I'm sure. Yeah. It must
but
happen.
it's basically, I'm telling you, it's like basically all my Latino friends and all my black friends.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, like
anime.
My white friends don't really watch that much anime. Like Tall Aaron, like Pokemon.
Yeah, there you go.
And that was maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like in terms of when it comes to race, these two races, well, not race, because race is either... Anyways, like ethnic groups, it's like, mostly those people. Us people.
Yeah, it's like Latinos, we love our anime.
Dude, we do.
And like, at least for Latinos, I'm not sure how it is for black people because I'm not black and I don't really know that many black people. Mostly because Utah has like none.
Yeah, they're harder to find, that's for sure.
And what I noticed is, like, at least for Latinos, it's mostly because the countries we come from, they don't have enough money to actually make their own shows.
Right.
Where they just license them out.
Right, which makes sense.
Or, like, buy shows from other people. Because it's like, come on, man. We both know we've had our moms watching telenovelas and that we're both bored out of our minds because it's the same story every single time.
Novelas, bro. Novelas. I have a Spanish joke.
Sure. I mean, we're both Latino.
¿Sabes para qué son las novelas?
No sé.
Para no verlas. I heard that on TV once.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Thank you.
But that's what I mean, though. It's like, I think it has something to do with that our storytelling is, we don't have that kind of money in our Latin American countries to actually produce that kind of media.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
our freaking governments are so corrupt and they take all the money, and the police are freaking corrupt as hell too. Anyways.
Yeah, like I swear, people say like Mexico has like...
It's literally like run by drug lords.
Yeah, like the reason why Cancun is super safe, guys, is because it's owned by the cartels. They own. They're the security.
They're the ones making sure all the white people are protected.
Yeah, because they make money from that too. They don't. They're businessmen too, guys. Like,
oh yeah, dude, they're smart.
Making money. They gotta dive. They're like, yeah, we can't just be making our money off of drugs. We gotta do other stuff too. Oh, yeah. Like in the town where my dad was born, they were telling me, like, my parents were our relatives who live in Mexico were telling us like, hey, like it's actually super dangerous in that town now, especially if you're like a police officer. Like the only way you can go into that like they don't even have police there anymore, that you need actually 6 squad cars to go there, otherwise nobody's coming out alive.
Oh my gosh,
none of those police would come out alive.
That's insane.
If they don't bring at least 6.
Dang,
because
that's crazy
a lot of
that they got it down to that math. How many attempted failures did it take to get that math?
I don't know, but I don't want to know. Like, and because a lot of those towns, because oil is also gasoline is super expensive, even though Mexico has a large, oil reserves.
Yeah.
It's one of the largest in the world, but it's super expensive.
Dude, yeah.
Like, and so people are stealing gasoline. Mm-hmm. They're literally stealing it straight from the pipe. They drill open the pipe, open it, and people are making a career out of that because they make more money doing that. Yeah. That's a dream job for kids over there.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
and it's super dangerous because even if slight ignition, everything goes up in flames.
Bro, and
all those people are going to die.
If we're talking about electricity, bro, like, nobody's paying for electricity.
No.
Everyone's just connecting to the freaking the wires, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though. It's like we just don't have the resources to... Like, because Japan and the United States and a few, like Europe, we're in there, at least... we consider ourselves Americans, so we are Americans. Are privileged to the fact that we're able to get this media and that it's produced well because of the situations that we have, where
that our families
people have that we have enough talented people that can dedicate their minds and resources towards making this amazing content.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
And that's why you have U.S. movies make a ton more money than any Bollywood film.
Yeah, but that's why also like American music, well, not just American music, but like, English music and media is also so much, it's very popular in, at least South America. Like
in places that don't even speak English.
And stuff like that. Like my parents, they named me Brian because of Bryan Adams, the singer.
Bryan Adams, the singer?
Yeah.
Who was he with? I don't know that one actually.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's definitely hear this. A singer from that time, but they named me Brian. They named me Brian from Bryan Adams, which is a very famous singer, especially more in 20 years ago. But they didn't even speak English.
Yeah.
They barely still speak
where they
English.
Got Brian.
They named me Brian because of a singer.
Yeah,
an English singer. So it's kind of funny. But anyways, getting back to the point though.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. It's like we don't have those resources, so we have to buy. Like my dad watched Saint Seiya when he was little.
There you go.
What he was watching on TV when he was like 13, 14, whatever.
Bro. It was the freaking.
You know, because Saint Seiya is huge over in Mexico, especially.
They don't have freaking Cartoon Network. They don't have cartoon.
They ain't got Netflix like we do.
Yeah, now. I mean, now. Back
they have Netflix, but nobody can afford it.
Yeah. Even though their Netflix has way more content.
Yeah, it does. Frick, I was watching Your Name in Spanish in Mexico when I went to Cancun.
Dude, but let's talk about Netflix for a second, because Netflix has definitely pushed the envelope to have anime more available to people.
Okay, so
even the moment Netflix came out,
to you about this.
Yes,
I wanted to talk to you about this because I know they've had anime for a long time.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. That when Netflix first came out, they started getting some anime, but nothing compared to now. Now there's Netflix original anime series,
and you know what?
Which is helping with this.
I know some people might actually hate me for this.
What are you going to say?
But I'm going to say something that, I hope Netflix takes over the anime scene for all of anime, at least here in North America.
Okay.
And here's why.
Let's hear.
First,
wait, let me get mad for people real quick. Why? How dare you say that? Oh my gosh. Jesus.
I don't like Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Okay.
But I don't like pirating either, okay?
Okay.
I think it's, if you're broke, you broke.
You broke?
You can't afford to pay for a subscription or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like Netflix is easier for more people to get
more
and
accessible.
to justify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, mostly also because it's so popular.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't have Netflix, who are you?
Yeah.
It's
basically.
like this. It's the freaking no, dude. Offense to Apple users, okay, and their dumb iPhones. All right, and you obviously know that I'm not an iPhone user, but
it's funny.
It's like that.
I don't use an iPhone
if you don't have a
freaking
iPhone, you're like, oh, what do you have? A brick? What are you using? Shut up.
Something that works better. Somewhere I can actually download apps from not the App Store.
Boom, there you go. But yeah, if you don't have Netflix, it's weird.
Okay,
it's like,
so
who
here's the
have
thing,
Netflix, bro.
I don't like Funimation or Crunchyroll that much. Okay? And I feel like a lot of anime fans feel the same way. It's not necessarily that there's not enough content on there.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel that their distribution method, or at least their apps, kind of kiss butt. They suck, okay?
That's a nice way of putting
it. I me, I love to have a nice experience with technology.
Absolutely.
I will critique the crap out of anything that doesn't work 100% of the time, every time well. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I honestly don't feel like for how much they're charging doesn't justify
the quality.
The quality of the app. Because I'm getting updates for Netflix every couple weeks, I think, on my phone.
Right.
Maybe every month.
Of like shows that are coming, stuff like that? Is that what you mean?
No, I mean
in terms of the
actual technical app.
The performance?
The performance of the app. They're doing bug updates and whatnot.
Cool.
I haven't had an update for Crunchyroll app in a while. Or at least whenever they do come around, it feels like every 6 months.
Right.
And I feel like...
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. That's the point that I'm trying to make. It's like...
Yeah, no,
let's say on the Crunchyroll app, you can't even download shows to, watch them on the plane later. You have to download them on Netflix.
Dude, now that you said that, thank you for reminding me. I have to download a couple movies for Timmy on the way to Miami.
But that's what I mean, though. It's like Netflix, they let you download your shows and watch them later.
It's true.
The playback features actually make more sense. There's a button that you can hit 10 seconds back, 10 seconds forward, or just hit the next episode. Right. And it tells you next episode. Or if you don't, maybe you want to skip to a different show, it gives you an option for that.
You can even skip intros.
Yeah.
You can skip a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and this is what I mean, though. It's like, it is such a much better built app. And I get Netflix has more money or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
They're $13 billion in debt. You can't make that excuse.
Ouch.
Okay? That's what I mean. It's like Funimation and Crunchyroll, their apps just aren't good.
Yeah.
They're not good.
They're not as quality, for sure.
Yeah, and it's like, and if you want people to use your app and not people, and people for them not to, pirate or whatever, even the pirating websites are better built than Funimation and Crunchyroll. And these dudes ain't making that much money to run these things.
Yeah. Dude, it's true, bro.
That's what I mean, though. It's like if they really wanted to bring anime to the West, they're not doing a very good job of doing it.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know what? And I didn't
that's
really
why
think
I
about
want
that.
Netflix or like Amazon Prime, whatever. I don't care who. The
Well,
big company.
and
just want a
Netflix
better-
has been really.
I just want a good app.
They've been really getting into anime
Yeah,
too, and
like
so
they made
and I
like
think
Great
you're right.
Pretender, Devilman Crybaby.
I need
and
to
those
watch
are really
that.
good.
They look really good.
Great Pretender's really good.
It looks really good. I
Yeah,
like
and
way
the
it's
ending
animated.
song is actually fantastic. It's what's it called? It's actually the song is called Great Pretender.
Dude, I've watched a bunch of shows on
but,
Netflix
like-
that I never would have watched if it wasn't on Netflix. Like,
yeah, but they had
freaking
Freddie
Devil
Mercury
is a
singing
part-timer.
the ending song.
Oh,
dude.
really?
Well,
Cool.
you know, he's dead, so it's a song that he recorded before he passed away. But
Oh, wow.
it's a really good song.
Yeah, that's awesome. Dude, Devil's a part-timer, just to name one. Another one is Megalobox with Joe.
Yeah.
Like, just a bunch of shows that I never would have watched if they
Because-
weren't, like, just recommended to me, you know? Or,
Like, and that's what I'm
From
saying.
Netflix.
It's like Netflix, when they do an original, you know, they're putting in their own
Yeah,
money to
yeah.
make
Dude,
a good
bro,
quality show.
the Pokemon
And
movies
This is
on
what I mean.
Netflix
This is
are
what I mean. This is what I
great,
mean.
by the way.
Give me
as well.
Let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Crunchyroll also comes out with their own originals, right?
Yes, they do.
But they're not good. They're not good. I'm sorry.
Dare you?
Like, do you guys like? I'm sure everybody's heard about this one, but like X-Arm, okay? Like, look it up later, but you're
Okay.
gonna want to bleach your eyes afterwards.
Oh my gosh.
It's really bad. Like, I showed it to my sister, and she was like, "You're joking around, right? This ain't real, right?" It's like, no, it's real. She was like, no.
Good. X-Arm?
X-Arm,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Interesting.
just so like bad.
Wow.
And I was just like, guys, it's like when that, like, and I get like people don't like Netflix because, oh yes, they're a big media company and they do like,
Those people are annoying.
you know, whatever. Okay, it's like, look, they when they make a Netflix original for anime, it's good. We got Violet Evergarden out of that.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bunch of other great shows out of that because
Fantastic shows. Bro, the
that's what I
Pokemon
mean.
movies. What
The
I was just
Pokemon
saying,
movies.
they're great.
I haven't gotten around to watching them. Or
You
like there was that
should.
what's it called, that one movie, what's it called, that Dragon Quest movie was also really good.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
Netflix
yeah. It was
original,
good.
too.
Very good. I like
Like,
it a lot.
guys, it's like they actually, like, I'm pretty sure the only reason we're getting the the final movie out of the Neon Genesis reboot, or rebuild movies, is because Netflix overpaid for that show to go on their
Thank you, Netflix.
platform.
Right.
That's what I mean, though, guys. It's like, yeah, maybe a lot of the shows aren't that great, other kinds of shows,
Yeah.
but like, hey, I'm able to watch Breaking Bad on there.
Yeah, there you go. It's got everything you want or need, whatever mood you're in, anime or not.
Yeah.
So,
So that's what I mean, though. I want somebody like Netflix or Amazon Prime to succeed because these other platforms that are anime specific
yeah, dedicated
just aren't
to 'em.
doing very good.
Yeah.
Like, they're not good.
Yeah.
Like, I want
Well, and-
I really want
and-
them to succeed, but it doesn't look like they will.
Right, and maybe, and I don't mean to play devil's advocate,
Yeah.
but it could potentially be because they are just anime focused. You know what I mean?
Funimation just bought Crunchyroll for what, a few billion?
But still, it's just anime. You know what I mean? Netflix has a ton of different genres of movies and popular shows, and same with, you know, Amazon Prime, blah blah blah. But it could be that reason. I mean, and then maybe we're getting to a point where it'll get better. But I get what you're saying, and honestly, I wouldn't mind at all. That just means less subscriptions to pay for
Yeah,
me.
that's true. Yeah, same here.
So
Which is fine.
even
which is
though
fine.
you know, whatever. Even though I'm kind of mooching off your verve, to be honest.
Yeah, it's whatever. I don't care.
but
It's
yeah.
like I said, it's like when it comes to Verve, like it kind of works.
Uh-huh.
Like I said,
I've had some frustrating moments with
Yeah.
Verve where I've told you about it. But
yeah. Where it, like And sometimes I'm just like, what's going on? It's like, I just want to watch my show.
Let me watch my show.
And that's another thing is like, I realize you can watch Netflix on like a really low amount of internet.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I need to have my internet running at 100% to be able to watch Verve sometimes is what I noticed. But I can go on Netflix and watch my show.
Bro, and
maybe that's like a technical part, whatever. They can't afford to put in like a box at the server stations.
Right, and let me tell you
or whatever,
something.
the internet service
the
provider.
The worst one by far in all freaking these subscription services is Disney Plus. Okay? That is just a joke. Disney Plus, you have so much damn money. Why does your freaking subscription thing suck butt?
Like,
it's so bad.
Yeah,
it's so bad. It gets so frustrating when I'm trying to watch a movie with my boy and we can't. We're trying to watch Zootopia or Ferdinand or some awesome Disney movie and we just can't. And we can't because it's just, we have to exit out a million times, check our connection. Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, like, do you get what I mean, though? It's like if you want people to be on your platform, you either have to come out with some amazing show that nobody else has, and, like, literally it has to be, like, on the same level as, like, Breaking Bad.
Dude, that's why HBO is still
Or you
around.
gotta build it better.
Yeah. That's why HBO's still around. They've got amazing freaking
surprisingly,
exclusives.
Yeah, HBO Max is surprisingly really good.
Yeah.
Like, I was just on there and I was watching like the Batman Ninja. It's CG'd, which was driving me insane, but it was like a cool concept. It was like, shoot, I can watch all those old superhero movies that I never had a chance to.
Right.
But that's what I mean, though. It's like, if we want anime to become more mainstream, I think Netflix and Amazon Prime and even Hulu need to be the ones who actually succeed. And I know they're not, that it's not their main focus, and that's perfectly fine.
Right.
I'd actually prefer it that way.
Right.
Because that way they're getting money from other people that, it pools up and we're able to get even better content.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the idea of YouTube. YouTube got to a point where now there's like different sections of YouTube.
Yeah.
There's YouTube Gaming and YouTube this and YouTube that, where they just basically focus on that genre more or less. So, but yeah, man, I agree.
But that's what I mean, though. It's like these specific, I guess, media companies just aren't. If they aren't doing it right.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're like, I don't know how much money they have or whatever. Maybe their finances aren't the best.
So this is my last question for you.
Okay. What
needs to happen?
Honestly, I want to see Netflix just buy out Funimation
from
Sony. Or Hulu or Amazon Prime. One of them has to buy them out.
Ooh.
Spend a
I think that would help.
Here,
I think you're right.
And that way they get all their
Netflix
licenses.
And because everything.
I feel like Japan respects Netflix a lot more.
Yeah.
At least those companies
than Funimation.
I
agree. I think you're right.
Even though Funimation is owned by a Japanese company, Sony.
Yeah, I think you're right. But dude, I think, you know what? You saying that, I think you're right. Because if literally Netflix had all Dragon Ball, all Studio Ghibli, every anime ever to come out
HBO
weekly.
Max has that.
Well, still.
Has the Studio Ghibli.
But if Netflix had all that, I'm saying, if they had all that, if they had the new episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen and this and that and My Hero Academia and blah, 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 when all those do come out, you know what I'm saying? When everything comes out, and the best anime of all time, Haikyuu, when everything comes out, bro, and it's on Netflix, that is pushing even more to get to the point of where Netflix anime becomes even more popular. So
yeah, like I said,
I think you're right. I think you're right.
We need like one of the other big things is like, and I know Netflix doesn't have the best reputation for this, but it's like, hey, they're gonna make a One Piece live action adaptation, which could be bad or which could be good.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
You think so?
I think so, dude. I mean,
it's gonna be a TV series.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's just, I love One Piece so much.
I know you don't want to get
and I'm just worried.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying.
I agree.
And I'm a more laid back person compared to how angry some of these fan bases get.
Yeah.
So
The one thing, yeah, like I said, it's like, and unfortunately, we do need to live with those kinds of decisions if these media companies do get bigger, okay,
Right.
like Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime, whatever. That, yeah, sometimes they're gonna screw up pretty bad. Sometimes, like remember Death Note live action.
yeah, a lot of live actions, bro. But yeah, that one specifically. I
That
do
one
remember
specifically, that one was pretty bad.
that. Yeah, for sure.
But what I mean to say is, though, it's like if we want the content to be at top shape and easily accessible for more people, and so that it doesn't get pirated,
Right.
and because Japanese companies don't like their crap getting
Yeah,
pirated.
of course. Nobody does.
I think we gotta start focusing more on the larger companies who can afford these shows,
Right.
Instead of
And that has more eyeballs.
has more eyeballs, and that because obviously if you're getting a Crunchyroll subscription, it's because you want to watch anime
Yeah, for sure. For
and
sure.
only anime.
Yeah.
If you're getting a Netflix subscription, it's because
people-
you want to watch something.
But that's the thing too. That's why, going back to your point, that's why, like, if people have Crunchyroll, it's like 10 out of 10 times that they also have Netflix. They're getting Crunchyroll because they have more anime, available. But if Netflix has all the anime, this problem is solved, and moreover,
what I'm saying is, like,
because then Netflix themselves
not necessarily
are
that I
give you
want 'em
recommendations for more shows that you might like, and that's how I found a bunch of anime shows I never would have watched if Netflix didn't recommend them to me. So
I'm not saying that I want a monopoly, because monopolies always,
Right.
They get pretty bad.
yeah,
I'm just saying is, like, I think these other companies might need to overpay a little bit
right. They need to step up their game, their wallets,
to be able to license these shows,
right?
and so that way they're able to, take better control over their own stuff.
Genre for
Yeah.
sure.
Because I do feel like those Japanese companies or foreign companies in general do want to get into that international market, because a lot of them, I feel like, don't know they have international fans. But unfortunately they don't know that
Right.
because Japan's still a little bit closed off to, like, foreign
Yeah,
companies.
they're very old, like old thinking sort
a
of
little
thing.
more conservative, and I can respect that,
Yeah.
whatever. But that's the thing is, like, if the dollar at the end of the day is your goal, then I think you need to look at other alternatives to who you license out your stuff to for the North American
Well, it's
market.
the idea of, if you want to really grow your business, you kind of have to partner with people that know more than you, that are better at doing things than you, and really, take advantage of working with people that are smarter than you to really get to where you want to be. And so, and you kind of have to let go of the gas pedal a little bit in that sense. But
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. It's like, because a lot of people don't know, a lot of companies, like, I think I was watching an interview with, like, one guy was interviewing the CEO of, like, Cloverworks, a studio, okay? I think it was the Anime Man. And he didn't know they had international fans. He was like, we have international fans?
Oh, wow.
Like, seriously, like, honestly didn't know.
That's kind of crazy.
Like, and he's the CEO of a large, animation studio.
Wow.
That's what I mean. It's like, these, if they, like, I feel like they want to, grow out of just thinking, oh yeah, only Japan, that's where we make all of our money. And yeah, it is true. That's where they make all of their money.
Right.
The shows need to get licensed out to bigger platforms. And us as fans have to buy official merch.
Yes, of course. Yep.
Like, and I know people are like, yeah, I can't afford it. It's like, look, just buy some socks. Buy a t-shirt. They're like $10-15 for a Naruto t-shirt at Target.
It's true.
It's like, it's not that expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, if you can't find it, I'm pretty
My
sure
wife
you'll
bought me a
find it
Naruto
online.
shirt for my birthday, and I had to return it because I didn't like it.
Oh.
I feel like such a douche for doing that.
But you get what I mean, though. It's like the only way these companies will know that we're fans is if we're supporting them. But the best way to support them is not necessarily through the actual watching the show on the official platform, but it's going to be through buying the merchandise.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, look, I'm pretty sure good old Nintendo and
The Pokemon Company.
Pokemon Company
And Game Freak.
They know. They know.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Like, look at this. Like, look.
Magikarp.
Magikarp.
The god
Look.
amongst us.
See, this is official merch, like from the Pokemon Company. I'm like, this is what we need to do if we wanted our stuff to be as mainstream as Pokemon.
It's true, bro.
Like, and yeah.
We need to go out and buy Demon Slayer kimonos and just
Well, maybe not to that
walk
extent.
around and just cut people with samurai swords. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Okay, dude, bro, listen.
Okay.
We need to end this.
I know,
because
I know.
I gotta go on an airplane very soon.
He's going to Miami.
Yes, and so.
But yeah, so one last thing.
Oh yeah.
Look, we got this lovely poster.
It's pretty
Okay.
cool. It's a scratch and sniff. It smells like the
I don't
hair
think it's a
of.
sniff.
I'm just kidding.
It's like, I don't think it's. So this is a top 100 anime. I don't think it's necessarily top 100,
You know,
but
who knows?
some of the.
Because I don't see Haikyuu on there, bro.
Yeah, I don't
And
see it on there.
so
Or maybe it got
this-
translated.
This
weird.
this is wrong, very wrong.
Yeah, some of the translations are kind of funky. Like, I've never heard of some of these shows, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm like, yeah. Some of these are kind of embarrassing that I watched. Like High School of the Dead.
Yeah. So basically, he's holding up the poster, and it looks pretty cool. And
Yeah.
after you watch a show, you scratch out what that show. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, but either way, I think we've had a lot to say. How about you?
Yeah, I feel like you have had more to say this time around than I did, which I'm
Yeah.
kind of surprised about, to be honest. But it's
I'm
pretty
surprised
cool.
too.
Yeah, you've got a lot to say about this stuff, man.
Well, it's because I'm not a business guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to have a good experience enjoying what I like.
Yeah, you're a very dedicated consumer.
Like, if I'm going to consume something and I'm going to be paying money, it better be good.
Well, that's good, dude. That's why you represent all of us consumers with your,
Like, I just want a good experience with the whole usage of your
the whole everything.
whole everything. It's not that hard.
Yeah, for sure, bro. But so yeah, this was our newest podcast episode number 4, guys.
Is it 4?
Yes, this is number 4.
Dang.
Dude. Let us know what you think. Are we crazy? Are these good ideas? Will anime ever get into the mainstream? Is it already in the mainstream? How long will it take to get to the mainstream if it's not? Give us your ideas of how to do so. And follow us everywhere. All right? Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok.
And
on our
Twitter.
social medias. Everything.
Yep.
Everything. We post basically every single day.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like YouTube, we literally post every single day.
Yeah. And so come on over and join the crew.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. Peace out.
Peace.